Sober Girls Yoga by the Mindful Life Practice. Hi yogis, welcome back. This is your 8th practice in our series of groundedness for absolute beginners. My name is Alex. I will lead you through today's session. It would be great if you had a yoga block or two nearby for today's practice. So we're going to start our practice today seated with our spine lengthened up and a softness through the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. And then a deep breath out. Big breath in. Big breath out. So for today's breathing practice, I'm going to teach you a practice called nadi shodhana. You might want to open your eyes for the first moment just to see how I do it. So I'm going to lift my right palm up and I'm going to take my peace fingers, so the fingers I would use to make a peace sign, and I'm going to place these two fingers on my third eye chakra. Now I'm going to connect my right thumb to my right nostril. I always plug the right first, and then I inhale through the left nostril. And then I'm going to plug my left nostril and exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Plug the right nostril, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Plug the left nostril, exhale through the right. So keep going like this. Let's take one more round like this. And always end by exhaling through the left nostril. And then just land your right palm and take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let's take one hand on the heart, one hand on the earth, connect to the ground. My wondering for today is, we've been working really hard to cultivate this sense of inner groundedness. How can we use this groundedness to help others, to help the world, to help the people around us? Now collect this grateful energy and this grounded energy and bring it up into your heart, and we're going to channel it through this last practice together today. So let's interlace our palms and then just take a big breath in, reach our arms up towards the sky, and then stretch the arms over to the right. Lift the arms all the way up, and then stretch over to the left. Lift your arms up towards the sky, release your grip, and then pivot so you land the left palm on the right knee, gaze over the right shoulder. Reach the arms up towards the sky, and then twist the opposite way. And then we're going to come all the way up and over. So we'll reach our arms up, we'll gather our palms at the heart center, and then we're going to come all the way onto the hands and the knees. And move through a few cat-cows. And bring your body all the way into neutral. Leave your left knee where it is. Reach your right arm up towards the sky. Left arm up. Take a breath in. And then connect your elbow to your knee. And then do this a few times. Just 2 more. And then a last one. And then we're going to inhale, extend our arm, extend our leg, and then just land the palm, land the knee, and then do the opposite side. So lift your left leg up, lift your right arm up, big breath in, and then tap your elbow to meet your knee, and we'll just do this a few times. Now doing one more. And then reach your arm, reach your leg, land your right palm, land your left knee. Take an inhale, cow pose, and then exhale into your cat. And then come all the way into neutral, and I want to give you an option. So option 1, you just do that exact same core thing again. And option 2, if you want to join me in Navasana or boat pose, we're going to come all the way over. And then sitting on our hips, you can lift your legs up. Lift your legs up, and we're going to do a little bit of a boat float. So on the inhale, stay exactly where you are. Then on your exhale, hinge your body back, and then breathe your body lift up. Good. Let's just do 3 more like this. Good. 2 more. And then a last one. And then we'll come all the way up and over and back to this child's pose. So you can tap your toes together, sit your hips back, rest the forehead. Take some deep breaths in and out. Take one more breath in your child's pose exactly as you are. And then slowly make your way all the way up through the child's pose, through the table, all the way back to your down dog. And then if you feel like moving through a vinyasa flow, go for it with your knees lowered or lifted. You can slowly lower down. Lifting the heart up. And then shifting all the way back to your down dog. Now let's leave our left foot where it is. Lift the right leg all the way up towards the sky. 3-legged dog. Take a big step forward with your right foot. You can anchor your left foot on the earth and then lift your arms up towards the sky. So you're coming all the way up into your warrior 1. And now we're going to lengthen our right leg, reach our arms upwards, hinge our arms forward, and allow your palms to frame your foot anchoring onto the blocks. Now leave your left palm where it is. Spiral your right arm up towards the sky. Look up. This is your revolved triangle pose. And now if you feel like it, I want to give you one more option, and know that this is a pretty tricky balancing pose, so it's definitely not mandatory, just an option, but you might shift weight onto your left hand and right foot and lift into your revolved half moon, knowing that it is okay if you fall. Take one more breath. Let's step the foot back, lift the arms all the way up, and then open your arms into cactus arms. Take your right arm over top of your left, and you can grip opposite shoulders or weave the arms together. So we have been exploring so many different shapes with our eagle arms. Now we're going to do 2 things. The first is something you've done before, which is shifting weight onto the right foot, extending the left leg behind you. This is your warrior 3. And then you're going to lift all the way up and stack your left thigh on top of your right and sit low, get uncomfortable. Now the beauty in poses like eagle, the bind, this is the direct translation that this has to our real life. So we all make commitments that we're not happy with. We all say or do things that we regret, and we hold ourselves back with guilt, with shame. But it's when we finally release all of that that we find the most freedom. So let's find a bit of freedom here. We're going to release everything and take a big breath in, anchor your foot. And then exhale your palms at heart center. You got this. Big breath in. Big breath out. Now leave your right foot exactly where it is. Step your left foot all the way back. Open the arms so your left arm is backwards, right arm is forward, and then breathe with your body lifting up and then coming all the way forward. And we'll just do this a few times. Good, just two more. And then a last one. And then lift up. Lengthen the right leg. Reach the right arm forward. Clock the right arm alongside the right calf. Lift the arm up. This is your triangle. And then you either stay here or you shift weight onto the right foot. You shift your weight onto the block. And then you lift up into Ardha Chandrasana, your half moon, just for 3. Just for 2. And then again on 1, anchor your left foot alongside your right. Come up to stand, palms together. Mountain moment. Gaze up ahead of you at the mountains and valleys and everything that's coming up next, and know that you got this. Inhale, arms up towards the sky. Exhale, come all the way forward. Breathe your halfway lift. Exhale to lower back down. Step back to your down dog. Perhaps you move through a flow. Then we'll do the exact same thing on the opposite side. So lift your left leg up, 3-legged dog or 1-legged dog, whatever you call it. Step your left foot forward. Anchor through your right heel. And then have the blocks ready for when you lift all the way up and find your warrior one. Now from our warrior one, we're going to lengthen the left leg, reach the arms upward, hinge the body forward, and then allow the palms to frame the foot. And then leave your right palm where it is. Lift your left arm all the way up. Option 1, you stay right here. Option 2, you shift weight onto your right foot. Left foot, I lied. Right fingertips come into your revolved half moon just for 3, for 2. And then on 1, we're going to step the foot all the way back. Lift the arms up. Open your arms into cactus. Gather your left arm underneath your right. High five the hands together. This is your eagle. Okay, 2 things are coming up next. Shift weight onto your left foot. 1. Lift your right leg. Find your warrior 3 just for a moment. And then see how it feels to come all the way up and stack your right thigh on top of your left. This is your wobbly eagle. And know that discomfort is growth, right? Discomfort is hard. But if we can do hard things here, then we can do hard things in our lives as well. Take 1 more breath. And then come all the way up. Anchor your right foot. Sweep your arms up. And then press your palms together. Mountain moment. Leave your left foot where it is. We're going to take a big step back with the right foot. Take your left arm forward, right arm back, and then flow a little bit with your breath. Inhale, reverse. Exhale your elbow to your knee. Maybe just 2 more. And then a last one. Before pressing through the feet, inhale, lift all the way up, lengthen the left leg. You can shorten your stance a little. Reach your left arm forward, clock your left arm alongside your left calf, reach your right arm up, and then just shift weight onto your left foot, left fingertips, find your half moon. Take one more breath where you are. And then come all the way up to stand. Anchor your right foot alongside your left. Take your palms together. You made it. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. One more big breath in. One more big breath out. Take an inhale. Reach your arms up towards the sky. Take an exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And then we're going to exhale to lower. Just plant the palms, make our way back, come onto the knees. So we have been exploring quite a few different back bends throughout this yoga series, and we're going to work our way up to camel pose today. So we're going to start on our bellies again, but just know that this is the direction that we are headed in. So we're going to lay all the way onto the mat. And option number 1, you just have the palms alongside the hips. Pelvis heavy, belly light. Lift your heart all the way up. Staying here for 3. For 2. And then 1 to slowly lower. And then rest a cheek. Now for the next variation, you can interlace the palms and then lift your heart all the way up, or you could go back to the last one we just did, staying here for 3, for 2, and then 1, coming all the way back down, and then just taking a few breaths. And then option 3, you might kick your feet back, grab hold of the ankles, and then lift your body all the way back up. Slowly lower all the way down, perhaps rock the feet from side to side. And then press the palms underneath the shoulders. Come all the way up to the table. And then you can sit the hips back on the heels. So the next back bend we're going to try, it's called camel pose, Ustrasana, and it can feel a little bit vulnerable, a little bit overwhelming. If it feels like a little bit too much, feel free to always back off and head back to one of the earlier poses that we did. They're all back bends. They all get the same benefit. If you do want to give it an exploration and a try, we're going to place the block between our ankles. And then we're going to place our palms onto our sacrum, like we're putting our hands in jean pockets. You can shift the hips forward. And then maybe reach one hand back on a block. And then the other. And if that feels like too much, you can always just stay up here. if you can, maybe reach towards the ankles and just see how it goes. Explore what comes up. I'm going to be doing a series later on that's going to be all about heart openers. This is just a taste of one of them. Let's take one more breath. And then press the palms onto the hips, lift up. And then you can slide the block to the side and then just sit the hips back on the heels, rest the palms, take a breath in. Take a breath out. One more breath in. One more breath out. When you're ready, we're going to dive into our pigeon pose. So we'll come all the way up. Take the right leg up towards the sky. Draw the right knee in. Lay the shin across the width of the mat and just snuggle the left knee back. Take a breath in. And then come forward. So in times of chaos, when the world has so much going on, I do believe that one of the most powerful things that we can do is to ground ourselves, right? Because when we are grounded, when we are moving through chaos with a sense of calm, this is going to have a ripple effect on everyone around us. It's going to impact our colleagues. It's going to impact our friends. If we're parents, it's going to impact our children, right? So the most important thing that we can do when we feel like we can't do anything at all, you know, when there's suffering, when there's war, when there's illness, when there's pain, what we can do is ground ourselves. And as we move through the world, it's going to ground other people. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. And then come all the way up to your down dog, and we'll go the opposite way. So lifting the left leg up. Drawing the knee in. Laying the shin across the width of the mat. Snuggle the knee back. And then come all the way forward. So I just want to acknowledge the fact that you've shown up for yourself. You've put effort into your healing. And that is not a selfish act. That is a selfless act. Because when you are prioritizing your healing, it's going to make you a better, when I was a teacher, it made me a better teacher, maybe a better friend, maybe a better daughter. So think now about, why is your yoga practice important to you? Why is it important to you that you keep doing this practice even when this 8-class series is done? Right? Why is that important to you? We'll take one more breath exactly as we are. And then come all the way over, up and over, and just send our right leg all the way around in front of us. Lengthen the right leg long. Take the sole of foot to the inside of the leg. Take a big inhale, and then come all the way forward. Let's take one more breath in. And then we're going to come all the way up and then switch it up. So we'll lengthen through the left leg, take the right foot to the inside of the left leg, reach the arms up, and then come all the way forward. Take one more breath. And then we're going to come all the way up. And then just gently bring the knees into the chest and practice a little twist. So we'll draw the knees up, open the arms, drop the knees to one side, gaze over the shoulder. And we'll open the arm, draw the knees through center, and then twist tie them the opposite way. So drop them over to the right. You can gaze over the left shoulder. And we'll draw our knees all the way up, give our body one last little hug. And then you can slowly stretch all the way out, coming into your final resting pose. Just get really heavy, really grounded, and know that I am going to bring you back in a moment when the time is up. Ishkavamabulela, 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 Ishkavamabulela. Ishkavamabulela, 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 Ishkavamabulela. Give your body a little wake up wiggle. Nice sweet stretch, fingers all the way through toes. Take your knees into your chest, give your body a sweet little hug. And then just slowly make your way up and over to a seated shape. You can place one hand on the heart, one hand on the earth, anchoring with that question, how can your sense of groundedness that you've been cultivating these past 8 classes, how can that be an agent of change through the world? How can that help the people around you find peace, find calm in the midst of chaos? And now just gather up that intention and that energy and place it in your heart with your palms at heart center. Carrying it with you beyond this practice into your life each and every day. Let's finish our practice with an Om sound. We're going to breathe in, breathe out, breathe in to make the Om. So take a big breath in, big breath out, big breath in, Thank you so much, yogis. Thank you for being here, for sharing this 8 series classes with me. I really appreciate your presence, your commitment, your energy. So thank you, thank you. The light in me, it sees and it honors the light in you. Thank you.